See that, these other meetings that don't make much money. Now you look like a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the doctor that?
Dr. Patel. Hey, Michelle. Getting pretty, I can hold Dr. Baba if you can.
Stay next to Uncle. You want to sit right here, baby?
Yeah. Put that stuff in the closet.
Yeah.
How you feeling today?
So.
So? You wear your mask last night?
Yeah.
Any problems? No?
Yeah, I'm with the
I
family.
put on that
I'm
oil.
gonna put you on
Lemon.
speaker.
Mix it all the time.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Night they put it on the 8. And they took it off at 5.
And home you're wearing it every night, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Dr.
Okay.
Patel run this
All right.
meeting, so.
Thank you all for being here.
Mhm.
I'm Dr. Patel, one of the residents on the team. I work with Dr. Shu, who's my attending, okay? And I'm part of internal medicine. I have Dr. Babayev, the nephrologist.
Is she gonna come here?
She's actually in the office over there, but she's over the phone right now, so she's gonna participate on the phone. That's okay. And then I have Dr. Roca, as you guys all probably know, from the lung doctor perspective of it, okay? And this meeting more, I wanted to get to discuss the care going forward for you, okay? Because we're dealing with a lot of issues.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is very serious and this is very distracting.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's kind of
Okay.
productive. Yes, okay. So we can turn that down a little
Okay,
bit.
yeah. So I want to discuss some serious issues because we've got a lot going on, okay? And there's some new findings, new things that are happening in your health that are making things hard, okay? And we want to discuss what the goals are in terms of how aggressive we should be and what things we should do and not do going forward, okay? New findings from you guys know, I mean, I'm not going to go through all the other stuff, the heart, the lungs issue, the pulmonary hypertension issue, all the other stuff you guys know about. But what new, and I think Dr. Ariza had talked to you previously about this, is when we take a look at our blood, and specifically the hemoglobin, when you draw blood, there's 3 parts of it. There's hemoglobin, there's platelets, and there's white blood cells. We found that our white blood cells are very high, her hemoglobin is low, and then her platelets are low. And then the hematologist was consulted, and suspicion for some sort of what we call myeloid neoplasm cancer, blood cancer. Suspicion for this, right?
Suspicion.
And to figure this out, she would need a bone marrow biopsy to figure out exactly what is the what is the reason of this. It could be something we call myelodysplastic syndrome, which is not fully as bad as a myeloid neoplasm, but it could leave her needing to get blood transfusions here and there, platelet transfusions here and there, very susceptible to infections as she as time goes on, and these obviously can lead to problems going forward. Okay. And yeah.
So this is just based off of her white blood cell count. So that's giving the suspicion.
So white blood cell count, the hemoglobin being low, and the platelets being low, along with some kidney damage as well that she's been having. We're also finding that it seems like cells are breaking apart or dying because when cells die, they release potassium, they release some of these uric acid, things like that, and these values are very high too. So we're finding that we're having a lot of turnover of her blood cells in her body.
Which is normal, right?
Not to this extent. Yeah, this is very rapid. So this is obviously a very serious thing that's going on right now. And like I said, this, to figure out the real answer of what this is, we really need a bone marrow biopsy, okay? And if that's not the goal, or if that's not what she would want to undergo, this would probably leave her to need blood transfusions pretty regularly, even platelets, which is another part of blood, very susceptible to infections, like I said, any cough, sneezing, and she can get infected from wounds and all that, and lead to obviously death, So these are complicated things that we're dealing with right now.
Thank you, Dr.
Patel, yeah.
Patel.
Yeah.
I think, we're gonna get the name of exactly what it is you're saying that you may have a problem with and do further research. We're not gonna make a decision right now because there's so many things that can go into play, right? Her oxygen, her body is fighting, so white blood cells do work overtime in that situation. So we're going to, research, definitely get back to you. We definitely receive what you're saying.
Yeah.
We're not being dismissive, but, we want to make sure that we are giving her the best shot, and not just jump into extreme measures if it's not necessary.
Yeah.
Because her body is fragile, and it can be counterproductive to do these things as well. So we're just going to weigh our options, possibly get second opinion as well.
Okay.
But again, our initial reason for her being here was her respiratory.
Yeah.
And she goes through that because she's on oxygen, right? And anything that's foreign to kind of counterproduct your oxygen, water, all those kind of things. So with that being said, we, again, appreciate everyone. We're going to do our job as a family and research. And we'll get back to you if we have any, moving forward, or if we'd like to get a second opinion, or what have you. Does that sound fair? Okay. So can you give us any documents of that, what you're saying, so that we can do some?
We could print out copies of the hematologist note,
Yeah.
the cancer doctor's note,
Okay.
that would perhaps describe things. And then if you want a copy of the labs, we can do that too. Do you think her breathing is better than from when she came in?
Right now, she's fine. Her breathing right now is fine.
Okay.
Even her respiratory right now is okay.
Yeah.
And at this point, what we like to do is just get her stable enough where she's at, because she's here for her respiratory. We're gonna get her stable enough, and she's gonna come on home. If anything happens after that, we will come back 911, and we talk about that when that time comes. But for right now, where we at is to get her stable with her respiratory, her oxygen level, which is okay right now, and to bring her on home.
So a couple of things, and that's fine. We always just, our job is to sort of help you to anticipate what's gonna happen, right? So if this is an underlying bone marrow problem, then the things to look for may be subtle, right? So your white count can go really high and not show much of anything. Your blood count can go pretty low before you start showing things. So it would require close follow-up with hematology or primary care doctor to measure those things. So that's something that if you decide, okay, listen, we want to wait and see how things go, those are the areas that you need to sort of monitor, because it's not something that will appear clinically.
For sure. And again, that's, I think, those are the things why we don't want to rush and give her a bone marrow, because, it may appear, it may not appear, it may be that, it may not be that, and then we expose to her body, she's on blood thinners. There's a whole bunch of things that can add on, can be a negative, so to speak, and a positive in situations. So let's just make sure to give her the best options as possible. So answer this. If she was to do the bone marrow, then what would be the next step after that? Because this is a hypothetical test, right? So what would be the next
So
step?
before we talk about what happens with those data, I just want to point out that bone marrow is not considered a high risk or big risk procedure. So
Again, any surgery is a
To go in.
it's not a surgery. It's a procedure.
Would she have to run this anesthesia?
Yes.
She would, I don't know if they can do it local. I've done like 100 of
Yeah.
these. It's all local,
Yeah.
generally.
I just have
But I'm gonna let Dr. Bobby.
Dr. Bobby, I want to
Sure.
jump in here.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to say something. I think, I think the big question is, okay, if we're ever going to consider trying to figure out what's going on and give her the chance to do well, then I think our window of opportunity to do that testing is now. If we say we don't want to know and we just want to keep her comfortable and what happens, then that's one thing. But if you guys are saying we will think about a bone marrow, we'll do it another time, my concern is she has evidence of cell breakdown, right? And her potassium has been difficult to manage. You take her home, her potassium can get high, and then are we going to then say, oh, now we want everything done and we want to do dialysis and everything?
No,
when you had
no,
an opportunity to fix something now? Do you know what I mean?
yeah, no,
think
I understand,
Our attachment's very high now.
yeah, I understand what you mean, but again, choice is a real thing, and we just wanna make sure we're making the right choice, right? Not
We hear
being.
you, we hear you.
Right, okay, I'm glad you do. So we're just not gonna, we hear you as well.
Yeah.
And we're gonna receive that, we're gonna process that,
Yeah.
and we're gonna weigh our options, and, if we do need to come right back and say, hey, we decided this is the case, then that's so be it.
Yeah.
But as of right now, we're gonna take a step back and do some research and see what's next.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that, and I will also just reiterate what Dr. Babbitt, as you said, breathing is good right now, things are good right now, we have a good window right now. If we wanna investigate things,
Yeah.
I would say right now is the time to investigate things.
Absolutely.
And as Dr. Roca brought up, bone marrow biopsies are not an aggressively invasive procedure. They can be done, some of them are done, not at this hospital, but at most hospitals, they're actually done in the room with the patient awake and, not really
Before I forget,
Yeah.
he cut me up the last time, so
Yeah.
if she was to do this blood map, this
bone marrow, yeah.
Bone
this
marrow.
bone marrow procedure, and the findings are what you guys suspect, what will be the next step?
So the next steps are seeing what sort of mutations are in, exactly what sort of blood cancer this is, first of all, right? It'll let us
it is,
know
right?
if it is blood
Right.
cancer. If it's not, there's a spectrum of blood cancer.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So how aggressive is the cancer? Which by the cell breakdown of potassium and uric acid being high, it seems like this is really a problem going on right now. The next step would be to get what sort of mutations there are, is it treatable or not treatable, and that'll give us more answers based on that. Okay?
All right.
Is it any more other tests you can do without, the bone marrow? 'Cause I
No,
think that's the
because-
whole thing right
Because
there.
what happens,
Because she don't wanna get, she think it's rough, you got to put in
Anesthesia?
anesthesia.
And make a hole in the bone.
See, that's scary there.
Yeah.
Is it any, but you said, it's a randomly, easy test.
So these
Correct.
bone marrow biopsies are, if you were, let's say we're gonna do it on me, right? I would essentially just lay down on my belly, and they would come in with a needle and just pick a needle and take one from my pelvis right here. I would hear some of the scraping to the bone. They would put lidocaine in the area and just numb up the area, and then I'd have some pain afterwards. Okay. Here they would go downstairs and do it under interventional radiology. So they take pictures and they know exactly. They usually go on the pelvis bone right here, and take a little sample of the bone from there.
And that's the only test
So,
we
yeah.
taking for the cancer.
Yeah, because when
If
we,
it is-
yeah.
If it is,
If it is
said they don't
cancer,
even
yeah.
test it.
And whenever blood is made in the bone marrow, right? So we
Right.
gotta go to the source and figure out what's going on there, and that's really the only way. Yeah.
All right. Okay, I appreciate you
Yeah,
being
no
patient
problem. Yeah,
and answering our questions and understanding that as a family we just want to make sure we're doing the right thing for her.
Yeah.
So I think as of this right now we just get the documents so that we can do some research and we
Yeah.
will definitely
Yeah.
follow up with you guys.
Okay, yeah. I think Dr. Babbitt was
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I just wanted to check in, God forbid the kidneys fail from whatever's going on in the bone marrow, right, which is a plausible possibility given the fact that she is sick and has something going on that we don't know. If we're not gonna figure out what's going on, then the recommendation would be to medically manage what we can and not do the aggressive therapies that we talked about, right, to dialysis. If the plan would be to do the bone marrow and try to see through it, then we could discuss the option of supporting her with dialysis therapy should she need it then. But I wouldn't do dialysis if we're not gonna figure out what the underlying problem is, if that makes sense in the future. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So we'll kind of have to, yeah.
No, we hear you for sure. We understand our options.
Perfect, good. I just wanted to make sure everybody's on the same page, and we'll support you guys in whatever you decide.
I appreciate that so much. Thank you. It means a lot.
This is why I just want to get everybody together today, because
Yeah.
over the phone all this gets lost.
Sure.
So I just want to talk to you face to face and just,
Yeah.
get what you guys want, what we're recommending, and then move on from there.
Okay, that
Okay?
makes sense.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
We will get you the information that you would like to know about what's recently happening with her, and then get some please fill into your own informed decision, okay?
Okay.
All right?
Thank you. As far as her respiratory, because she's here every now and then
Yeah.
for her breathing. Based on that alone, she's here right now for what? Like, when would she be discharged?
Like in this room?
If we wasn't
Oh.
if we wasn't to do the next steps, when would
Yeah.
she be able to be discharged? Based on what she's
Yeah. So, the oxygen requirements look like they're coming down.
Okay.
You know, she's on, I think, about 5 to 6 liters of oxygen right now. You see that blue number is around
Yeah.
93.
Mhm.
So, pretty relatively well.
Okay.
What I would like
Her
to
body's
see.
strong.
Yeah, I mean, and I think what Dr. Baba brought up a good point is I would like to see the potassium stabilize, some of these numbers stabilize, because they are going up and down. We're
Yeah.
medicating it some days, holding it, and then it goes back up.
Yeah, and just to be
Um,
fair, this
yeah.
is something that she goes, this has been years, like
Yeah.
even before she became back bound. Sometimes she goes through these things,
Yeah,
because of her oxygen in her heart,
yeah.
so I don't wanna make
Yeah.
sure not counter it all together, cause it's
Okay.
separate.
You don't remember that. Okay, yeah. I don't want to keep making.
No, that's
yeah.
fine, yes.
I can't print out it.
Yeah, so like for her to go home, you guys said. So I just want to see things stabilize and then fix. The white count is 44,000, very high. Hemoglobin is hovering around
Is she on
7.5.
antibiotics?
She
They
is
stopped.
currently not. She
They
finished the course of antibiotics.
Okay,
The new thing that we did was a course of steroids.
Okay.
For about 5 days. It's about 4th day out of 5, so tomorrow will be the last day of steroids. She's also on the diuretic to get rid of some of that fluid
okay.
that builds up. But for her to go home, I just want to see oxygen stabilize, which
Yeah.
it has for now.
Okay.
But she was on 2 to 3 liters at home, right? And she's on like
3 and a half.
Okay, yeah. So at least get down to below 4. I'd like to see that consistently.
Okay.
And
We're
just
not
make sure things
going
are stabilized.
until I'm better. I'm not
I'm
going
not
home.
rushing you to go anywhere.
No,
no,
I
no.
understand.
Now it's a heart.
I'm sorry, what?
How's the horse with all of this?
The heart?
Yeah.
So, the heart is not great either. I mean, you could tell just by looking at her and that the blood pressure is a little bit on the low side, the heart rate's a little bit fast. She has some problems because of the lungs, the right side of the heart gets stressed, so the right side is a little bit abnormal. I don't know what the left side, you can,
Yeah.
I think her left side ejection fraction's okay.
You okay, son? I got you. Good job.
Oh, I thought you were game. Josh, give me the game.
Her echo shows that the left side of the heart function is pretty normal.
But that's kind of typical, right? One side of your body is working harder than the next, and stress on the other part.
Well, it's not typical in that,
Come here. You see?
Yeah, it's not typical in the sense that the right side should be bringing blood and pumping it to the lungs. But because of all the history, the right side essentially has high blood pressure. So that's really the main issue. Blood going into the lungs. It's coming out of the left side and the right, the body right, but it's not going into the lungs right, and then the lungs pump it out to the other, to the left
Kidney.
side. Yeah, the kidney, yeah.
What about her kidney?
The kidney. So
we're okay.
they took a hit in the kidney.
Thanks.
Try this.
It is stabilized now. Okay. She's making about like 700 urine a day, but we are giving her medicine to help make urine too, the Lasix.
That's why the urine is kind of clear now?
Yeah,
Because you flushed everything out?
we're
and-
giving her that medicine to get rid of
So
the
it's
fluid. Yeah.
different, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of things at play here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically almost every organ you
Yeah.
can think of has
Is
been affected.
Yeah.
As you have said, it's been a problem for a while. A lot of this is not new. Except the bone marrow issue. That's a new thing added on to everything else. And unfortunately that affects everything. So it's all intertwined. So we have
Gas in the car, you know, if there's no gas, then
we have a lot of different things, and all the things seem to be a little bit worse. The oxygen is a little bit worse. The kidney function is a little worse. The lung function is a little worse. The bone marrow is a little worse. So all the different organs that you can think of, all of them are a little worse right now.
And it's gonna
Continue?
Deteriorated?
Well, this is part of the reason why we're thinking about the bone marrow biopsies, right, trying to figure out
Like in-
what's going on.
Yeah.
Now, as to your point, we may find out what's going on, and you guys may say, that's nice, we don't wanna do anything about it. And that is a possibility. So, we're trying to give you information and get information as to, okay, what trajectory are we going in here? And is there something that we can do to change that trajectory if you wanna do that?
Yeah, I don't think I've said that, I just said we wanna do anything about it, I think I
Yeah.
said we wanna research it.
Yeah,
And then you said you were gonna print something out, but you had a hard
I
time.
can't do it.
Okay, so once you maybe
Yeah,
get someone
yeah.
else to do that,
Yeah.
and then I said that we would like get second opinions, do some research, and get
Yeah.
back to you. I
Okay.
never said we don't wanna do anything.
Yeah.
I just wanna be impulsive, this is a person we care about, you know? So, just to be clear, when we stamp what
Yeah,
was
yeah.
reiterated the first time. Okay?
Mm.
Alright, thank you guys so
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna talk as a-
Yeah, I don't feel like I didn't talk to you at all.
Do you
Yeah.
have any questions?
You want the phone right now.
That's what you want.
I really want that test, but I don't know.
You want a minute to process all the
Well,
information?
you'll talk to your family about it, and then
Yeah.
you can let us know.
Let doctors leave and talk to your people
Yeah.
that love you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I appreciate that, thank
Okay.
you.
All right.
Okay.
All
I'll
right,
try to
Jim.
print out the notes, and specifically the hematology.
I want everything, I want it.
Everything.
Yeah.
If you want
Okay, so
everything, you have to go to
everything,
medical
you
records.
gotta go to medical records.
Okay, so again, what you're telling me verbally, I just wanna have that in writing, so I can know
Yeah, yeah,
exactly
no,
what I'm
please, yeah,
researching,
yeah.
right? So what exactly the bone
Yeah, yeah.
marrow is.
No, no, yeah, yeah.
What exactly, so those are the documents that I'm asking.
Yeah, if
for.
you want
power button. I
all
ain't
the
got my
medical stuff,
glasses
you have to go to
on.
medical records, but I may be able to just print the on-call, Dr. Sal Del Preti, son, I may be able to print that, just that now, if that's sufficient for now.
So I want, maybe I'm not being
Yeah.
clear. I just want exactly what it is you guys think she may have. What kind of cancer do you, if she has,
Yeah.
all those,
Yeah.
what's what I'm looking for, hypothetically speaking,
Yeah, yeah.
Diagnosis.
Okay.
I kinda wanna have all those hypothetical diagnoses so that I can look them up and just figure out.
It's not gonna really be in there.
No, that wouldn't be.
But
I
would
mean,
you,
you can go into up to date and print out the
Yeah,
patient
let me do that.
information
Yeah,
about
yeah.
myelodysplastic syndrome.
but you wouldn't know the type of cancer if it's that until you do the test, right?
Yeah,
She won't know the type of,
yeah, but she just wants to know what we think it might be.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It might
yeah,
be.
yeah. So, what I'll do is I'll print some, not doctor level, readable stuff for you, about what I think it
I
might be,
appreciate you.
okay?
I
Yeah.
really
Yeah, I think that would be
Thank you
better
so
than
much.
their notes, cause
Yeah,
their notes,
their notes are
If I won't understand it,
too
okay,
crazy.
I appreciate
Like
that.
numbers and letters, and
Yes,
it's,
yeah,
I can't even understand it.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I will be just right back with all the information.
Okay, no rush.
Thank you, baby.
I thought you only called me baby.
You gotta do it.
You know you my baby. You know you my baby.
This is cool, this is old
See you
school.
later. I'll see you tomorrow. All right.
We'll figure it out.
Oh my goodness, that is so cool.
I was about to do that.
You okay? You gotta think positive. I know it's scary to hear, but they're just thinking of different type of things. If you accept that in your mind, then that's what you're gonna accept. Your body is strong, Grandma.